Okay, I'm Dr. Tina. Okay, I'm Dr. Tina Melia, SH, MH, CLA. The first, I want to introduce myself that I'm a lecturer, Faculty of Law, Borobudur University in Jakarta, and I'm the president of PT Kaya Ilmu Bermanfaat. So we was write a lot of book and exists in bookstore in Gramedia in Indonesia. Bookstore, the very popular is Gramedia. So which is 23 our books exist on bookstore Gramedia, and then all of friends can access our books on marketplace like Tokopedia, like Shopee. It's kind of a bookstore in marketplace. And then I'm a managing partner of Dr. Tina Amelia & Co. because I'm as a advocate or lawyer. So if any problem about law and litigasi and everything, we can exactly to help. Okay, today I wanna share about the improving professional image in business through enhanced communication skill. Okay, next. Okay, in business, so because I'm a lecturer, I'm a academici, lawyer, and practitioner, so I want to share about the business, that skill we have really need in business. In business, for exactly, we need combination of hard and soft skill. The hard skill are often gained through education or specific training. As everybody know, they include the competency like how to use a certain machine, software, or another tools. Like Hajah Nurzia talking about oncology. So I have a friend is Bu Rospita. She's a doctor and joined in here from UKI, University of Kristen Indonesia. She's a doctor too. So I hope in another event we can talking about the health scientists and everything more deeply, because I'm from Faculty of Law. So yeah, but it's okay. So about the oncology, about the we talking about the hard skill. So like a doctor, like in health science, for exactly hard skill, very get from the education or specific training, very important to operate the machine, software, or another tools. Like in law, for exactly how to maintain the client, how to find problem solve is very important, such as multilingual, statistical analysis, and data mining. But the soft skills are more often seen as a personality traits you may have spent of a whole time developing. I can explain when I am 25 years old, maybe, and I always to improve myself how to communicate with others, and now I'm in 30s, maybe very difficult to how to improve the soft skill, how to dealing with case, how to dealing with psychological person, how to dealing about business. It's very different. So we really need the combination of hard and soft skill, such as an integrity, good communication, teamwork. Hajah Nurzia talking about the teamwork, how to survive someone who have cancer. It's not easy, like a sensitivity feeling and everything. So skills very important in the business. Okay, next. Okay, in today's hectic world, we really heavily on sharing information, resulting in greater emphasis being placed and having a communication skill. Sometimes people just talking about, okay, we have a good business, so we need to improve our business with digital marketing, but therefore, but it's not really effective, because we as a owner of the business really have to have a good communication skill. However, the way in which people engage with colleagues, client, business partner has shifted steadily. People no longer have to be in the same office, building, or even country to do business together. Like I can say, even this is the first time I met Mr. Gumilang, I met Hajah Norzi, but I think for the next we can arrange our business even in education or in business in a large scope. So yeah, very important to us to have a really good skill and to make our business to develop it, and being able to communicate effectively is a vital life skill. Yeah, I say that being able to communicate effectively is a vital life skill, because a vital life skill must have when we, not only because we are entrepreneur, not only because we are lecture or everything, but a vital life skill to communicate with others will make us to easier to know and to understood what the people wants and thinking and the expectation, so we can know about it. So, and should be overlooked. Poor communication in the business world could lead to loss of money, energy, opportunity, and time. And I ever face off about the problem when I'm still younger and I met the client very temperamental, very emotional, and I achieved the emotional and they temperament with the same same thing. So yeah, I will lose it. so yeah, we need very to maintain everything, especially the emotional to maintain others, because yeah, it's all about the poor communication. So yeah. Next. And then I think the method of communication, it's so a lot of, yeah, but I describe for the method of communication. First, about the verbal communication. Verbal communication is delivered and received face to face by phone, radio, computer, television, and others media. Now in digital on digital era, so very easier to us to make a verbal communication. So I always ask to all of my students in WhatsApp group, for example, I ask when I say anything or direct anything in WhatsApp group, please you have to answer, because it's like a verbal communication. When I ask something and you not answer, I think you not showing the respect. So yeah, we need to really know about it. And about the communication, I think this is the big problem too. For example, on this event, if we have a verbal communication, we have enough time to arrange this even more. So I think the member will be more much more the member. But this is about the communication. And then the how we communicate is depend on the context of the situation too. Yeah, because I'm from the faculty of law, I'm a lawyer or advocate. So yeah, maybe talking about Hajah Nurzia, I will talking about the hukum kesehatan in Indonesia, or about the something that really we made on the good tema, or that to make us very good. So yeah, we need something to verbal communication to know about others, about the something that have to create it. But the non-verbal communication or verbal communication is delivered and received through body language, eye contact, gesture, on how we dress or behave. Yeah, about the dress, about behave. This is something that really important to showing who we are, who we professional. If not eventually even not 100%, but yeah, we have to showing who we are. So and then when we use effectively facial expression, gesture, and posture can greatly improve the listener understanding of the verbal information being presented. It can also add interest and help to maintain the listener concentration. For example, that because I'm a lawyer, I usually meet someone who have a big problem about law, maybe about the divorce, maybe about the aksi korporasi or corporation action in the big company. So they are very in a stress pressure. So our expression to show that we can help them, that's really important to make our client feeling better. So non-verbal communication, it's something very important, and that really a skill have to improve too for every single case, because for every single case I always studying about how to make better, to maintain client, to maintain management in aksi korporasi in a big company. And then visual communication is delivered and received via charts, map, image, and graphs. So as a lawyer, for exactly our client usually communicate with us by chat and deliver evidence via charts, map, image. So we have to know goodly about the law very specifically, because in Indonesia called Undang-Undang ITE. Undang-Undang ITE is a regulation about if I fight with Hajah Norzi, for example, I fight with her because I don't like her, for example, only for example, and I don't like her, and I talking about I don't like her to my friend Dr. Rospita, for example. So I screenshot my WhatsApp. Dr. Rospita screenshot my WhatsApp when I talking about that I had Hajah Norzi, and Dr. Rospita talk to Hajah Norzi, Dr. Tina isn't like you because blah 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 blah. In Indonesia, regulation about in Indonesia about Undang-Undang ITE, it really dangerous to do that. So visual communication, we have to communicate and educate to our client, because it's so many things in law that very 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 dangerous can be evident. So visual communication, for the first time we communicate with client very confidential, very a lot of things that very confidential. So we have to educate, because that can make the dangerous our client. That's for example. And then the written communication. The written communication is delivered and received through printed or digital media, such as a letter, emails, book, magazine, and the internet. Yeah, that I think the example is similar with the visual communication. But the important things in my profession as a lawyer, for the first time I meet a client, even as a human or as a corporate or a big corporate, I have to ask that we are work by contract. So the two parties between us and the client have to understood what the something can do and cannot to do. So yeah, that very important to make everything clear. So method of communication very important to my profession as a lawyer. Okay, next. There, the simple yeah cannot be ignored. Something that really important in communication is the first is listening. Being able to actively listen is an important communication skill. Now, sometimes in every single communication, we want to dominate, we want to talking more, but we can to listen. Now, it's very important because sometimes I have to say sorry, but sometimes our client is have a different education background, different sometimes, and in lawyer we have to give a pro bono. Pro bono, it's meaning free consulted and free consulting. So yeah, we can meet someone who may be very poor of or lack of education and everything. So we have to listen goodly what they want, what they need. It's really important. So knowing when to pause to allow the others to talk is an important skill. It's willingness to hear other person's point of view. Okay, and then the strike talking. Conversation is the basis of communication, and one must not neglect its importance. Healthy use chatting with an unknown person can lead a business opportunity. So every single I meet a new someone, I always thinking about the business opportunity. But I ask a business opportunity, not only talking about money. I think when I meet Hajah Norzi, I think too about the business opportunity, but maybe the business opportunity about we can meet another even better, we can meet another even to educate a person, we can meet maybe write in Scopus or journal together, talking about law, talking about health scientists, to mix it the health scientific about the in law, maybe like a comparison of law between on Malaysia and between on Indonesia, how the differences and everything. That's really a business opportunity. So I hope we can inject together in a long time. And then we are talking about the stress management too. In small quantities, stress can be very useful. I think stress nowadays will be something that really to make cancer too, maybe, because someone who have a high stress level, it make the low immunity. So yeah, very dangerous. So stress management very important to maintain. And then when the stress become constant and completely begins to take effect, it can affect communication, clarity of and operative behavior in action. And nowadays, I think as a woman, I know that women in Indonesia always called human from the what about moods manusia what in Indonesia? Oh yeah, very mood swing. The woman very mood swing because of the stressful, because of the natural very natural. A woman have a high stress level. So stress management in business very have to maintain, because stress management make us can be showing a best side from ourselves. And then the emotional control with stress management, I think similar, but in communication, feeling play an important role, make decision more often, affect the way of the feel that what you think. So I always practice to myself when I've got the stress or emotional, so I just keep it to inhale, exhale, and then I just hold my time like 3 or 5 seconds to okay, and thinking about the impact of the emotional of the loss of emotional control. Okay. Okay, the conclusion, because it's only about the share series, so maybe I hope in another time I can share about something more specifically and detail, yeah, not only about the communication but about my profession, about the comparative outflow. I really want to write something like a comparison of flow between in Indonesia and in Malaysia about the medicine, health science, how to services, and because a lot of my friends say that in Malaysia very good services to cancer, more cheap to get best medical services. Now I think that's really cool because I have a lot of friends like Dr. Rospita. She is as a lecturer, but she is as a doctor too in a big university. So I think we can more deeply talking about that. But in conclusion, in this sharing, I just want to say about the two points that are very important about the ability to communicate effectively with clients, colleague, or manager in essential, whatever in sector you work in. Good communication improve team, inspire high performance, and exchange the workplace culture. Just remember, communication is two-way process. Yeah, and this is the underline. I have to underline the two-way process. So take notice of others people's verbal and non-verbal signal as well as your own, because non-verbal signal usually showing others when they feel not comfort, unhappy, and everything. But sometimes we only get angry when, for example, in not only in business but for example in parenting, when we talk with our son or daughter, when they show that doesn't like something, they only so we have to get and we have to understood what they want. And then the last one but not least, way to improve your professional image in business with attending networking event. Yeah, like this event. So I very happy because I have one information too, because my university Borobudur, I don't know Uki was make join in ASEAN lecturer community or or not, but I know that Borobudur still not be a member of ASEAN lecture community. So I hope we can engage too, and I hope Borobudur can be a part of ASEAN lecture community, because that really make it easier to us to make event, to make international event, which is as a lecturer for Hajah Norzi, for Dr. Rospita, and another my friends, that make us too easier to make a research, to write a scopus and everything, because yeah, everyone know as a lecturer the biggest dream for us is to be a professor for exactly, and to be a professor, so we needed more have a big networking and international networking like this very good, I think. So attend a networking event like a workshop, seminar to develop more industry connection, which may help our maintain and positive reputation. And when meeting a new peer, learn their name and ask relevant question about their life and work. It's also important to speak confidently about your own work, as in action can convey your expertise and organizational skills. Okay, maybe only simple things that I can share for exactly. It's a lot of things that have to explore, but maybe that's only that. So thank you so much, and yeah, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Terima kasih Pak Gumilang.
Baik, sangat